Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to another virtual quiz show here at Cabin Fever Entertainment, bringing you all the fun and games for absolutely free. Of course, we're all scattered out around the known universe, including myself, Tim Connor, coming for you live in Orlando, Florida.
Hi, you got myself, Pablo, all the way here in sunny Bristol in the UK.
Myself, Andy, and I'm here in sunny Scotland.
And as I say, we're here to entertain you. Now, if you're enjoying yourself, don't forget to either go to our Facebook page, give us a like, or you can head over to YouTube and you can subscribe. And don't forget to put up those notification bells so that you'll get instant alerts when new videos come to light. And as time goes by and as we continue to grow, because we've only been doing this for a couple of weeks now, and we've got a lot more coming your way, more quizzes, more game shows, and the live entertainment starting very soon as well, including next week. So a week today, on Saturday, in fact, we have the wonderful Steve Larkins, who's going to be here on our show as well. More about that in a little while. And today, in fact, after round number 3, we get to introduce to you an incredible gentleman, Mr. Tom Bolton. And more about that in a little while. But I know you're all here to do the quiz, so let us get started with round number 1.
Round 1.
Okay, round number 1, ladies and gentlemen, here today is your first of your general knowledge rounds. Of course, every Saturday we do 3 general knowledge, 3 visual quizzes. And for this first one, I shall be taking the lead. So here we go. Question number 1 is as follows. What swimming stroke is named after an insect? Once again, what swimming stroke is named after an insect? Now you can be playing along with your family, with your friends. You can be playing on your own. Maybe even set up, I don't know, a Zoom conference so you can all see one another in your different houses as well. You know, there's an idea. And we're going to see who gets the most points. So, what swimming stroke is named after an insect? Now, I thought I was starting off pretty easy today. Andy, what do you reckon?
It's got to be the backstroke.
Close enough. The butterfly, yes. What swimming stroke is named after an insect? Butterfly. If you got that right, then you get yourselves 1 point. Moving on to question number 2. The 1985 film, The Jewel of the Nile, was the sequel to what movie? Once again, the 1985 film, The Jewel of the Nile, was the sequel to what movie? 1985, a great year. Now, I'm assuming, Pablo, you know the answer to this one, being a movie buff?
Do you know what? I'm really struggling.
I think I've got it. I think.
Okay, well, time is up. So, Pablo, what do you reckon it is?
I know it starred Michael Douglas, and I can't think what it was called. Don't know.
Ah, okay. Andy?
Is it Romance in the Stone?
It is Romancing the Stone, yes. Well done.
Of course it is.
I would have thought Pablo would have got that one. All right, never mind. Okay, moving on to question 3. Better luck this time. What date did the Titanic sink? What date did the Titanic sink? Now, this is always controversial. We'll explain why, because we get a couple of answers. Okay, what date did the Titanic sink? Okay, what about you two? Do you think you know?
Do you mean the year?
Well, both the date and the year.
Okay.
I think I've got the year and the month, but I'm not 100% sure on the date.
Okay, so let's see. Pablo, what do you think?
I'll go for the month and Andy go for year. I think it was it September?
Okay, and Andy?
I think it was, I'm guessing April the 4th, but it was 1912.
Okay, well, it is in fact April the 15th, 1912. Now, the reason you sometimes get different answers is because it actually struck the iceberg very late at night on the 14th. But technically speaking, it didn't actually sink until the early hours of the 15th. So I think it was the 15th. So we could give you some leniency there if you're playing along at home and you've started a family argument. If you said 14th or 15th of April, I don't mind giving it to you. Question number 4 is as follows. The cheetah is the fastest thing on 4 legs. What is the fastest thing on 2 legs? Me being chased by a cheetah. The cheetah is the fastest thing on 4 legs. What is the fastest thing on 2 legs? Another couple of moments to think about that. All right, so we're talking about animals. Pablo, you're a bit of an animal. What do you reckon?
Well, Linford Christie, he was pretty fast back in his time, wasn't he? So,
Yeah.
Oh, is it the emu?
Close. Andy?
Speedy Gonzales.
It is the ostrich.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ostrich. Long legs. All right, final question for round number 1 is as follows. How many points are there on the maple leaf of the Canadian flag? Once again, how many, bless you, points are there on the maple leaf of the Canadian flag? So, if we've got any Canadians watching, thank you for tuning in. I do believe we've had a few. Hopefully you're there now. But how many points are there on the maple leaf of the Canadian flag? Well, normally we get lots of diverse answers. Let's get a number from Pablo.
5.
Andy?
9.
The answer is 11.
Oh.
There are 11 points. Yeah,
Ridiculous.
I know, so many points. Anyway, that concludes round number 1, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just joining us, you are joining Cabin Fever's Entertainment. We're not just another pub quiz. We're here to entertain you and have a little bit of fun as well. More of a quiz show than your standard pub quiz. But that concludes round number 1.
Round 2.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to round number 2. Now, Tim did a question one, and this round is completely different. I'm going to be doing a visual round for round number 2. Now, what I'm going to do is show you some clips, all from comedy movies. There's 8 coming up, and you need to try and write down each one. We're only going to play them once, remember that, so you need to write down the answers. 8 different movies coming up from the wonderful world of some comedy classics. Good luck.
Yeah. Mary, I've been thinking.
Thanks, Basil.
Goodbye.
You know, Vanessa, I'll never forget the first time I saw you. You were so incredibly beautiful. So incredibly sexy. I knew I had to have you.
I'm not a Muslim. But a face, oh God.
Monsieur Le? The water's boiling. Hello! Ah!
How did I look? Not bad, not at all bad. Well chosen briefs, I'd say. Chicks love grey. Nice, firm buttocks.
What's your name?
It's hard to say in English.
Well, just say it in your language.
All right. My name is...
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
What's the matter, Danny? You never taken a shortcut before?
Well, hope you did well there. 8 of them. I think majority you would have done very well. There's a couple of sneaky ones in there. Just to remind you then what we had and in the order they appeared in. So the first movie you had coming up was the great Love Actually there. Love Actually, quality film. And then we had Austin Powers. Now, don't worry about the the title, so I'm going to be generous with that. As long as you put Austin Powers, you get yourself a point. That's 2 of the movies. The third one, we have a classic with Robin Williams. That was Mrs. Doubtfire. Fourth one we had was Notting Hill, one of my personal favourite movies there. Fifth one was another classic with Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah. That was Splash. Sixth one we had was the classic based in Jamaica, based on the true story of the bobsleigh team. That was called Run-Ins. Seventh one was the classic, of course, with Mr. Nielsen in, and that was, of course, Airplane. And the last one, which not all of you may have got, but it is another bit of a cult classic, with Simon Pegg, and that was Hot Fuzz. So that was all the movies there. Hope you did very well indeed. We're now going to move over to round number 3 with Andy.
Round 3.
Thank you, Pablo. Here we are in round number 3. So round number 3, general knowledge questions again. You'll get 20 seconds to answer each one. Here we go with question number 1. So question 1. According to legend, who rid Ireland of snakes? So according to legend, who rid Ireland of snakes?
Ooh.
Do you think you guys have got this one?
Yeah.
Oh, you're looking confident there, Pablo. Tim seeming confident. 2 seconds left. 1. And the question was, according to legend, who rid Ireland of snakes? Give yourselves a point if you said St. Patrick. St. Patrick was the answer we're looking for there. Right, question number 2. It's a bit of a tricky one, this one. Which English word comes from an old French word meaning sour wine? So which English word comes from an old French word meaning sour wine? This is a tricky one, this one. Especially because it's an old French word as well.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Pablo sounded like he might have one there. So which English word comes from an old French word meaning sour wine? Pablo, what do you reckon?
Do you know what? You know that stupid throwaway comment when we say the wine that tastes like old vinegar? So is it vinegar?
It is vinegar. Yes, vinegar. Absolutely right. Well done. Well done.
Well done.
Okay, moving on to question number 3. Question number 3 is TV. So in 1968, the first interracial kiss took place on American television on which long-running TV series? So in 1968, the first interracial kiss on American TV took place on which long-running series? Bit of a tricky one, this one. So many options. Pablo, you're the TV and movie king. Do you think you've got this one?
Yeah, I can't say anything. I know it.
Tim, what about yourself? What do you reckon? The first interracial kiss in 1968 took place on which long-running TV series? What do you reckon, Tim?
Well, I obviously don't have much time on my hands as Pablo to watch all these TV shows. I don't know. I'm going Dallas.
Dallas? I'm afraid not. The answer we're looking for, it was Star Trek.
Yeah.
I believe, if I'm right, I believe it was Captain Kirk and is it Uhura? I think that's how you
Yes,
pronounce
it was.
it.
Yeah, it
Was
was.
it? Ah, there you go.
Oh, so real interracial. Okay.
Yeah, planetarium. Planetarium.
Okay, the next question, question number 4. Question number 4, on a standard computer or laptop keyboard, which is the largest key? So on a standard keyboard or a computer keyboard, which is the largest key? And I'll give you a bit of a helping hand with this one because it's quite an easy question. It's the reason that there's so many drunk astronauts. That's your clue for this one. I'm just keeping with your bad dad joke challenge, Babs.
Yes.
So there we go. So on a standard computer keyboard, which is the largest key? I did say it's what causes so many drunk astronauts because it's the space bar.
Awful.
I'll just move on to the 5th one then.
Please do.
The 5th one, the 5th question, sorry, is by which name was Edward Teach better known? So by what name was Edward Teach better known? There's a fairly recent TV series that might have given you the answer to this one. So by what name was Edward Teach better known? Time's nearly up. Okay, Tim, do you have any idea on this one?
Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands, I'm afraid not. No. Okay, Pablo, how about you?
Was it Bluebeard?
Did you say Bluebeard?
Yeah.
So close, so close. You're along the right lines with it being a pirate, but it was Blackbeard the pirate.
No.
Oh, wrong colour.
I know. That's it. So there we go. That was round number 3. Hopefully you've done very well. Now, we're just going to go over to someone who is, well, very close to me. It's my young cousin. He's a bit of an upcoming magician. Now, his name is Tom Bolton. So if you want to see him online, just check out Tom Bolton Magic. He recently opened and then, due to the current climate, closed a very small magic show venue. So if you live in Durham, go along to 19.5 Old Elvet. I have groups of no more than 10 to go along and see Tom perform his close-up shows. But just now, he's going to do a quick trick that you can actually take part in at home. So enjoy. This is Tom Bolton.
Hello guys, my name is Tom. I'm a magician from Durham in England, and I'm here to show you a little bit of magic while I'm isolating at home, which you guys should be too. And we're going to start with a little test, okay? It just involves a few cards. We'll just take this many. I'm not going to tell you how many because that's one of the questions. So all I want you to do is I'm going to give you a few seconds just to remember exactly what you see. And that's all the time you get. If I was to ask you at home how many cards are there, what would you say? If you said 5, you'd be correct. There is, in fact, 5 cards. If I was to ask you at home, what was the last card, the face of the last card, what would you say? See, it's actually the Ace of Spades. That's fine, I'll let you off. What was the colour of the backs? Did you see that? You see, they're actually red. Actually red. If you missed the red, you probably missed the royal flush as well. That's okay, that's okay. Well, guys, I primarily call myself a close-up magician, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring you down to the table, and we're going to try and see if we can do some magic with you guys at home, in your house, with you. Some interactive stuff, so let's give it a try. So as you can see, I've laid out some cards on the table, red and black cards, and for the magic to work for you at home, all you have to do is follow the instructions that will be written right here. So, first of all, I want you to select any red card. You can even put your finger on it if you want. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a series of random moves that will be different for everyone. What I want you to do first is I want you to move side to side to the nearest black card. Keep your eye on that card because now I want you to move up or down to the nearest red card. You may have to skip over a few black, but that's okay. Great. Now move diagonal to the nearest black card. Perfect. Now you get a choice. You can either move down or to the right to the nearest red card. Okay, so everyone is now thinking of a card. I want you to name that card over and over and over and over in your mind, and I'm going to try and figure out which one it is. Let's have a look, let's have a look. I don't think it's any of these bottom ones over here, so we'll remove them. It's none of the top ones either. In fact, I think it's the Jack of Clubs. It's not. Oh, actually I'm going to change my mind. I think you might have been influenced by the red. You know, the red. I think you went for a red card. In fact, I think you went for the Queen of Hearts. I knew you were influenced by the red. Oh, sorry. Well, did I get it right? Like and share the video if I did. Until next time.
So there you go. Hopefully the trick worked for you at home. It certainly worked for me. That was Tom Bolton. Remember, Tom Bolton Magic, if you want to check out some more of his tricks, or of course, once he's reopened, you can go along to see some of his shows. But right now, we're moving over to Tim with round number 4.
Round 4.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for round number 4. This is the Say What You See round. Again, you may have played it if you've watched the previous few quizzes, but you're going to see a combination of words, letters, and if you put them together, read it out loud, it's going to be a well-known term of phrase, saying, expression, or maybe even a place, etc. So with that being said, let's see how well you do with question number 1. So question number 1 looks like this. You've got 20 seconds, as always, to have a little bit of a think. So say this out loud. Now, if you're playing against your partner in the same room or the other family members, you might not want to say it out too loud. But some people are either really good at this or they can't do it at all. So that being said, that's your time up now for question number 1. So Pablo, what do you reckon?
I'm not... is it Book a Pink Lady?
What? Okay. No, it's not. Andy.
I'm going from your instructions. I'm seeing exactly what I see, and I'm going to address book.
Is the correct answer. Yes,
Yay!
a dress book. A dress book. Pink Lady. Unbelievable. All right, question number 2 looks like this. So this is number 2. What do we think this one is? Again, I think this one's a reasonably easy one. Some of the ones coming up in a little bit are definitely more tricky, I would say. Let's see how you hang with this one. All right. Time is up. Andy, what do you reckon?
Pretty difficult is that question. That's the best you're getting from me on that one, I'm afraid.
Pretty difficult, or Pablo?
It's an envelope of some sort, so a pretty delivery?
A pretty delivery. No, it's close. It is a pretty picture. It's a picture frame with the word pretty in it. Okay, pretty picture. All right, moving on. Question number 3. Question number 3. What do we reckon this is? All right, Pablo's looking more confident on this one.
Yeah.
Andy looks like he's about to turn around and just head to the bar and give up. Okay. So, question 3. And time is up. Okay, Mr. Confident. Pablo, what do you reckon?
Stand trial.
Stand trial is the correct answer. Yes, well done. All right, number 4. Number 4 looks like this. I think this is an easy one, personally.
Yeah, I think I've got this one.
Okay, Andy's feeling confident. Pablo's looking smug as most of the time. So,
well, according to
that's
some
just
people,
the
yes.
standards.
yeah.
He suffers from resting smug face.
Yeah. All right. So, Andy,
I'm going to guess this. If you're having a nap, you're having 40 winks.
you are. You're having 40 winks. Yep. So, quick rest, a little cat nap. And the final one for this round. Now, I do think this is a tricky one. So, let's see how you get on with it back at home. So, have a think. Okay, sinister laughter. So, I think he's on it. All right, time's up for that one. Pablo, sinister laughter. What do you reckon it is?
I just think I've seen this before, but I can't remember where. Is it Madison Gardens? I don't know.
Close. You're close.
Am I?
Yeah, Mad is. What's the shape?
Square.
Yeah, that's
Madison
it.
Garden Square.
No, Madison Square Gardens. Madison Square Gardens. Mad
is on a black square gardens.
No, not a black square. Mad is on Square Gardens. Madison Square Gardens.
Well, if you say what you see, it's a black square.
Andy.
You do realise, right, that if you two are arguing this much right now, you probably just cause carnage for everyone watching at home.
And that's the way we like it. As we said, got your standard pub quiz. Causing chaos worldwide. All right, well, that concludes round number 4. Whether you're scrapping, squabbling, or you're sitting back and enjoying yourselves, thank you for taking part in that. And right now we move on to the next round.
Round 5.
Well, welcome to round number 5. Thank you very much, Tim. And before I start with the questions, it's going to be a general knowledge round. Andy got my mind sprinkling over about the wonderful world of magic just a moment ago or two. And with his wonderful video there of Tom. So you can play this one at home, everyone. Join in. I've got a full pack of cards here.
Okay.
I want you to think of a suit, one of the suits. So think of a suit first of all. Emeralds, diamonds, spades, hearts, clubs. Think of one. Think of soup. Then just think of a soup. I want you to think of a number between 1 and 10. Okay. Right. And I want you in your head and take away then 6 off that number. I think that you were thinking of the 4 of spades. Was I correct?
No.
No.
Moving on. So let's get started then. Question number one from the world of geography. What is the capital city of Croatia? The capital city of Croatia. Time starts now. Beautiful country, of course. Many of you may have been there. To Croatia, of course. Very popular place, especially along the Dalmatian coast there. I know Andy and Tim have been there, myself, on our cruise ship days.
Yep.
But do you know
that's
the
what makes the
capital?
question worse.
Andy, do you know the capital?
The fact I've been there several times makes this even worse. I cannot think of it off the top of my head right now. I've gone completely blank on it.
All right. Well, the answer then, in that case, is Zagreb. Zagreb. A little bit of a tricky one, that. Yeah. All right, moving on. Question number 2. Here we go. Right, the wonderful planetary system. We're going to go to the moon. And the question is this: how many golf balls are there on the moon? How many golf balls are there on the moon? Not a trick question. Not a trick. It's not 0. There are actually golf balls. Can you believe it?
Yes.
How many are on the moon? And why? Andy looks confident. Tim is a keen golfer, so you might know this. I'll go to you, Tim, this time. Any ideas?
All I'm going to say is, Nick, the truth behind the matter is it was an extremely bad chip I did from a sand dune, and I kind of launched it right into orbit. I don't know. Have we got 1? Isn't 1 enough?
No, the correct answer is 2.
2?
There you go. Well done if you got that. 2. Yeah, it was Alan Shepard, the astronaut. He went up there and he literally played golf on the moon, at one big giant bunker.
So, man had never been there, yet he decided to play a golf round on the moon.
Can you imagine, like, if an alien lands on the moon, they might find the golf ball and think it's like intelligent life or something, and start a conversation with it. So,
well, it's more intelligent than some of the stuff down here, so.
Moving on. Number 3. Here we go. Now, this is one of you a fan of the movie The Little Mermaid. What is a dingle hopper? What is a dingle hopper? What actually is it in the movie The Little Mermaid? Big fans of that, boys?
Huge.
Good. I know Andy's a humongous Little Mermaid fan.
My brother's a big fan.
Andy, what do you reckon it is? What's a dingle hopper?
I haven't got a clue.
The correct answer, believe it or not, is a fork or a brush. Yes, it's they use a big fork to comb her hair. That's what happened to me. And don't try it. Moving on. Question number 4. This is geography again, really. What is the longest river in the world? What is the longest river in the world? It causes a bit of controversy, this, over 2 different rivers, but one actually is the longest. One carries the most amount of water in it, and the other literally is longest in length. A lot of people live in this. The correct answer is the Nile. Yes, the Nile, you see. Yes. Moving on, our final question then from the general knowledge round. Number 5 is this one. It's another crazy little word, this one. And this is it's a jingling Johnny. What is a jingling Johnny? What is a jingling Johnny?
I don't want to know. This is a family show, Pablo.
Jingling Johnny. What is it? What is a jingling Johnny? What could it be?
Do you have to pay for it?
Well, if you buy one, yeah. Obviously. A jingling Johnny. Any idea, gentlemen?
I dread to think.
And Andy's just laughing away. So, I'll go straight to the correct answer. It is a Turkish instrument. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
With bells hanging off it. Oh, hold on, let me go. There we go. It's a big stick with all bells hanging off it, and they go up and down with
Of course
it.
it is.
Jingle, jingle, Johnny, jingle, Johnny, jingle. They go around like that.
Of course it is. Yeah.
Well,
good.
I'm just going to leave you with one more magic trick. This one will work. Is that okay? I'm just trying to you gentlemen. All right, everyone at home, you can join in. All right, here we go. Think of a number between 1 and 10. All right, don't time it. Think of a number between 1 and 10. Multiply it by 9. Multiply it by 9. Okay? So now you've got a number, a 2-digit number you'll have. So what I want you to do is add those 2 digits together. For example, if you've got 27, add 2 and 7. If you've got 9 and 0, add 9 and 0. Okay? So you add the 2 digits together. So you've added those 2 numbers together. Then I want you to subtract off that 5. Then what I want to do, you've got a single digit number. I want to relate that number to a letter. So if you've got number 1, it's A. If you've got number 2, it's B. If you've got number 3, it's C. If you've got number 4, it's D. Number 5, it's E, and so on. Right. With that letter that you've got on your head, I want you to think of a country beginning with that letter. Just think of a country. Then with the last letter of that country, I want you to think of an animal. So the last letter of that country, okay? And then with the last letter of that animal, I want you to think of a fruit. All right. I'm thinking that you are thinking of Denmark, kangaroo, and orange. Am I right?
Close.
Nope.
No.
Close.
What did you get?
I ended up with an apple. I went for koala.
Thank you very much. Moving on then to our last round. It's Andy.
Round 6.
Thank you very much, Pablo. Here we are into round number 6. And as you know, I'm a fan of just leaving you to enjoy the rounds. This time it is movie box covers. So we've had a bit of a movie theme going on throughout today's quiz. This is your last round, and all you have to do is work out the name of the movie from the poster or the movie box cover. You'll get 2 points for everyone that's correct. Best of luck to you. There we go. That was round number 6. Hopefully you did very well there, and I hope you didn't penalise too badly on some of the trickier questions. Hope you're giving full points to everyone. Anyway, that was the end of round 6. Over to Tim.
Thank you very much, Andy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as that concludes round 6, that concludes today's show. So a big thank you, of course, to Tom for his close-up magic. And don't forget, if you are there in Durham, was it, I believe, that you go down and check the store out once the social distancing is lifted, of course. And of course, we're going to be back next week. Now, if you have enjoyed yourself, don't forget to subscribe. You can click on the link embedded in the video. Share with your friends, share with your family, and keep an eye on the Facebook page. Give it a like, because throughout the week, we're going to be uploading different challenges. Now, also just a couple of things to make you aware of. Starting next week, we're not going to be doing this format on the Wednesday anymore. We're going to keep this format to a Saturday night only. But during the week instead, we are going to be going live. Yes, we're going to be doing some live quizzes throughout the week, specifically on a Wednesday at 8 p.m. GMT. So keep an eye out for that. And also
8 p.m. UK, GMT +1.
Yes. So thank you very much, Andy. And then on top of that, don't forget this coming Saturday, we've got a wonderful guest entertainer joining us. That is Steve Larkins. We all had the pleasure, all three of us, of working with him over the years on a number of cruise ships. Very funny, and he's a Freddie Mercury tribute act. He's very quirky. We love him. Great guy. And of course, he's going to be with us here on Saturday night. So again, like Facebook, subscribe to us, and we'll see you back here on Saturday. But once again, on behalf of myself, Tim,
Pablo,
Andy,
thanks for joining us here for Cabin Fever Entertainment, and we'll see you on Saturday night. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.